Hi, this is Kevin Urish from Osmosis 2024, and I'm here with Tobias Luwig of Lubis EDA. And again, I want to thank you for your presentation earlier. So, you've presented here a few times now and been an attendee a number of times. What have you found most interesting out of Osmosis this year and potentially in the past?
Yeah, thanks for inviting. So I always like to come to Osmosis because there's not that many other opportunities where there's a full focus on formal. You can see it at other conferences, you have some talks here and there, but it's never this like clear focus, just on formal verification. It's interesting to me to see what's out there, what other people are doing, are there any ideas that we can adapt? It's always like something to learn, and it's also, you can present some more technical issues and people will understand because everybody's from the same field, so
Right.
I really enjoy it, yeah.
So, as CEO of Lubis EDA, you presented an interesting concept of transitioning from test-driven development to property-driven development. And I'd really like, if you could maybe just expand a little bit about your thoughts on that, your vision in that realm.
So the whole idea comes from the time where I was doing software development a lot, and there test-driven development is a normal thing. So people write small tests before they actually develop the code. So they have to specify what they want to implement before they implement it. That on the one hand side allows you to have a specification afterwards. Right. If somebody new picks up, they can read it. But also you make sure that when your code is done, it's already completely covered by checks. Now the question is what we do on hardware. It's very simulation driven, the verification so far. There are some efforts like CocoaDB which kind of adhere to that idea, but it's still always simulation driven. And when I started working in the field of formal, since I did so much software driven testing, I could see the correlation between unit testing and properties, because if you look at them from the abstract level, they kind of do the same thing. They're super readable, they specify design intent, and you can write them in a very small and compressed way that allows you to get good proofs and get quick feedback, even at the unit level. So typically, if we work with customers, they think at SoC level, that's how they drive the simulation. But on the smaller unit level, the bring up of the simulation is just too much overhead, whereas the bring up of formal is usually quite plannable and scalable. So that's why I think properties can take that role for hardware.
Well, I definitely like that vision. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense, and I really appreciate you joining us today, and hope to have you again at future Osmosis conferences to present as well. So thank you.